Today we have a reading for you about somebody who has a little bit of a crush on you. It looks like we have someone who feels like being around you gets them in a very good mood. They like how you communicate or obviously feel physically attracted to you. But they're curious, and I feel like this is someone who doesn't know very much about you. So that's why it's at the crush stage. This is someone who's trying to find out how they can get to know you better, and see if they're attracted to more than just what you look like, right? So let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. A little bit more. I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box for you, as is more information on how to become a member. Thank you to the current members. Hello, April. Hello, Key Controller. How we doing? I think we're going to start off with the Wild Reflections Tarot. And let's see what else we've got for you. Hello, Renee. Hello, Hayden. How are we doing? Yeah, that seemed like some pretty good energy, April. All right, what else do we have? We have the Sun in the reverse and the King of Cups in the reverse. The Hermit, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. So this person who finds you intoxicating is someone who has recovered and learned lessons from a connection or relationship that was depleting or draining. So they may have been dealing with someone that was, manipulative or deceptive. Maybe even just felt like over a long period of time, they didn't really experience the kind of connection to others that they wanted to. But this is someone who has a lot of magic within them. So I feel like they have an ability to accept change and find a way to thrive. I feel like this is somebody who is grounded in terms of who they really are and what kind of a future they're working towards. And this is someone who feels like you have some of that magic, or they feel like you have some of those tendencies that they like about themselves and that they want to have in someone else. So it could just be, like, do you want to have a slower paced life? Do you want to have, more of like, let's live in the city, work all the time, travel all the time? There's something here where they feel like you have a lot in common in addition to being physically attracted to you, but they don't know like the granular level. They don't know the little things. They don't know the long-term things. Hello, Helena. How are you doing? Hello, Reikio. How are you doing? I do private readings. You can email me about that. They start at $40. Otherwise, on the live stream, in general, people will tip $3 to $10 and ask questions, and I answer them at the end. Hello, Donaldson. How are you doing? Nah, I ain't got time for that. We have the Knight of Swords, the Three of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. So this is someone who feels like there's a reason they met you and that you have some sort of positive or happy energy, something that makes them laugh, or maybe they don't laugh as much as they should. You've like disarmed this person and made them hopeful that they could have a happy relationship, even though they've dealt with some frustrating connections. Hello, Aya. Hello, Nat. How you doing? Hello, Donna. How's it going? What else do we have? We have the Eight of Wands in the reverse, the Two of Wands, and the Four of Cups in the reverse. So I do feel like this is someone, again, that you have much to learn about. They have much to learn about you. I do think there's at least some mention here of things that you know, maybe you want to live in the same place. Maybe you have the same kind of desire to, I don't know, have bees on your property, you know, maybe you really like honey. There's something here where it's like, I just don't know if the curiosity is built on something really substantial. So it's like, I really just want to get to know you better. This Ten of Pentacles, or that long-term relationship energy, is on their mind, and they feel like you're the kind of person who only really gets involved with someone if that is like on the table or what someone is interested in. So this is someone who, kind of like the last reading, looking for the right moment to communicate their interest in a relationship. Remember, gender is not really important when we're reading the tarot, so if you hear me talk about queens or kings, this could be anyone, doesn't have to be a woman or a man. But we have someone who feels like they're very attracted and they want to know more about you. Maybe they feel like you're kind of a mystery. Maybe they feel like you don't let a lot of people in, or the inner circle that you have is kind of limited or small. Hey, Funny, what's up? How are you doing? I'm selectively secure. For a second there, I misread it. I thought it said seductively secure, and I was like, that's a good band name. So we have squad, reconciliation, soul tribe, close friends, and the snack, obsession, physical attraction, and schmarkshapjel. For some of you, this could be a person that you have been considering to be a close friend, or someone who's been a friend who now wants to be more than a friend. Oh my. What else? Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Hello, Pagan. What's up? Thanks, April. Don't say that funny. You'll attract the wrong crowd. Oh my. Okay. So there's this reputation that you have. Maybe it's because this person knows a little bit about you that they know this, but they know that you're not interested in the garden tool variety, you know? You're not interested in flings or one-night stands. You're not a garden tool. You're more focused on making sure that things remain stable in your life, or that you have like minimize the toxic energy, right? Hello, Grindhard. How you doing? Yep, exactly. Thank you, Pagan. We have a question or an update on S. What's up, dude? Oh, no worries. Does everyone have a good weekend set up, or like a lazy day set up for today? Yeah, Nat, that's one of my favorite expressions. Hello, Brahmstar, how are you doing? Oh no. So there's someone here. Let's just make sure. There's someone here who you have rejected, or someone that you are frustrated with because they are a party animal. So what I need to make sure of, because we had that snack card earlier, is that this is someone else and not the person who's interested in you, because I feel like you're not looking for that kind of like fleeting energy, right? Let's go with, we'll go with the Golden Art Nouveau. Tell me more about this party animal. I feel like this could be how the, who are we calling you? So I feel like you are seen as the moon. These people don't really know a lot about you. And then we have this Queen of Wands who also was a King of Cups in reverse. Isn't that what the first reading was too? I think it is. This person who's the Queen of Wands feels like they've seen you reject somebody that other people would probably give a chance to. But you were not interested because you could tell that this is somebody who was looking for the short term. King of Pentacles in the reverse. So that's what this is. They know that you're not the type to be interested in like situationships or friends with benefits or, you know, maybe I see you later, maybe I don't kind of thing. So I feel like this is part of the reason that they're so interested or captivated by you. They know that you're not really, that you're selective, right? Page of Wands, Ten of Swords. But that also gives them a little bit of like nervousness, right? How easy is it for you to reject people, and would you be quick to assume like negative characteristics about me if I were to express my interest? Knight of Wands in the reverse and the Nine of Pentacles. So there's something about you that seems to others to be quite comfortable on your own. Maybe you have been single for a long time. Maybe you've been relatively adept at leaving relationships behind that didn't work out. For some of you, this could be a reference to how intuitive you are. But I like that the Nine of Pentacles and the Moon are, you know, kind of complementing or clarifying each other. Because even though you have this kind of mystery about you, there are people who view you as wise. So you might not be the one to share all of your business on social media, but people can tell that when you make decisions, they're well thought out or they're taking into consideration multiple perspectives. You try to do right by it, right? We have the Lovers in the reverse, the Seven of Cups in the reverse, and the Hermit. I mean, this person's seeming pretty legit. They started off being a little bit frustrated with romantic situations with the King of Cups in the reverse, maybe not super emotionally available. But then we had the Hermit at the very beginning. Here we have it a second time. And I feel like this is trying to say, you know what? I know where things went wrong, and I also understand why you are slow to connect with people. Thank you, Stephanie. Career in 2026. I'll add that for you. Thank you for the donation. I gotta check to see if Pagan answered me. Hello, Egyptian Empress. Hello, Craig. How you doing? According to the, if you can still find in the chat, otherwise. Okay, we'll do need to know. I got you. And hello, Sayur. How are you doing? Hello, Snapshot. What's up? So I do like that this individual is coming through as the Hermit. They could be Virgo, but they also have learned about you that you are not interested in people who are, you know, just around for a little bit of fun or for the short term. Maybe love isn't considered to be a priority for you. And maybe they felt a little bit of that as well, but they're captivated by you and they feel like you see things the way that they are, even though you may have a reputation for being a little bit unconventional or seeing things a little bit differently than most people do. Hello, Christopher. How are you doing? Yes, thank you for liking and subscribing. I appreciate it. We have the Ten of Pentacles and the Devil in the reverse. So this is a very selective individual who feels like you might also be very selective. They have a crush on you because they know a little bit about you, and what they do know is that you seem to be very wise and you kind of keep to yourself. They like that about you because this person has had that themselves. You both might be a little bit resistant to be overly social. You may not be interested in the party scene, or you know, maybe you're just a little bit more into projects or art or music, but there's something here that they like that has to do with the fact that you're a little bit different, you're a little bit unusual, and you make your own rules maybe. I think that cats are guardians. I don't know if I would say of bad things, third eye. Thank you, Grindheart. How's the afternoon treating you? Ladybug was in my house the other day. Ooh, did I miss that one? I feel like that was the one I wrote really small. I'm nervous now. Does that mean I did, didn't I? I'll do an extra one for you. Does that mean Micah is true love? And why did I see myself putting a ring on her finger? I've added that. My shorthand is horrible. You guys would laugh at me. Well, I guess some of you have seen it. But I'm working on it, okay, you guys? Ella, how's it going, Adolfo? I hope you're having a good day. From Bad Things, yes. Well, part of the reason I like Bast is because she's the goddess of protection. So we have the Magician card coming through from the Energy Oracle. It's the Magician in the Mirror, just to be, you know, valid on that. This is somebody who is very understanding and wise because they have been on, you know, maybe the kind of like more difficult side of life, and they've also been able to recover from it. So it could be that this is a little bit of like, I see that you have that same energy. It's almost feeling like this is the other side of the reading, or the other person's perspective to the reading I did earlier today. Like both people are saying, oh, you've been like working on yourself, I can tell. Thank you, Nat. Let me just write that down real quick. Oracle from future partner. And if you know that I have one in particular, Nat, and you want me to use that, go ahead and let me know. I know you guys probably can't keep them straight because there's a lot of them, but if you have favorites, always valid. Hello, CeeLo. How's it going? So we have Journey. Yeah, see, ooh, I forgot to show you Door to Value. So we've got someone here who feels like you have been working on things that are important, and they have been working on things that are important. So I guess I could say game recognized game kind of thing. Hello, Suvik. How are you doing? I hope you're enjoying your day. We got Geet's feelings for Suvik. And Geet and Karan relationship status. Now, I hope I'm saying that correctly. Let me know if I'm not. And then we've got Satarupa feelings. I hope I said that right. And that's for Suvik. And you're in contact? Okay. Awesome. Thank you for the tip. I've added that to my list. And Grind Hard, we got, did the friends fam ask about me today or yesterday? I got you. Yesterday or today? Thank you, Grind Hard. Yeah, you do tend to say that, don't you? All right, so this person is someone who has a lot of positive change happening in their life, in part because they have chosen the more difficult but rewarding path in life. I do feel like both individuals here have had some ability to offer guidance or like assistance to people who have been in difficult times or struggle to make the right decision. So what I'm trying to say is I feel like both these individuals have some good karma, and there could be some fate bringing the two of you together because you have both had kind of like a long path trying to find that inner circle or that soul tribe that you know that you want, and limiting all that toxic energy that you might have had to deal with in your past. So let's see what else we have. This is the Santa Muerte. Ooh. Hello, Mahar, how are you doing? Oh, we're doing pretty well. Thanks everyone for liking and of course subscribing. Hello, sweet. How you doing? All right. So we have the Five of Swords and Temperance. Seven of Cups. So this is a warning for whoever this is resonating for. It looks like there is a risk that you're going to assume this person is not worth your time. You may be a little bit too quick to reject, or you may be a little bit overly protective of your peace. We've got to be able to use discernment, which is the ability to determine who actually is trustworthy, right? Being intuitive and discerning does not mean that you don't connect with anybody because everybody is bad and nobody can change. It's your ability to understand how actions and behavior either confirm or contradict how people want you to see them, right? Are you going to back up the fact that you say that you're respectful or you're considerate or, you know, you care about this or you care about that? Or are you trying to like kind of present something that you're not really? So we have the Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Wands. Someone who is maybe a little bit too quick to assume that people are not a good option in as far as like a romantic option. So you're being encouraged to, again, be very discerning. Don't be overly selective. There's a risk here that you're going to reject somebody who is actually quite matched well for you as far as their spiritual journey, what they're looking for, how they would treat you. All of those things seem to be pretty well aligned, but you have to give that person the ability to actually get to know you, or them the opportunity to get to like share more about themselves, right? Otherwise, we have the Six of Wands in the reverse. So you have this opportunity to find somebody that is a really good match if you have that ability to be open-minded. Otherwise, you might miss out on this abundance that is as a result of the good karma that you have accrued. All right, what else do we have? We have the Six of Cups in the reverse, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, and the Eight of Cups. If you walk away from this person, if you assume or judge too quickly, right? If you assume that they are not a good match for you, or you're just in the mood to be swiping left, right? Is that the right one? Then I feel like you're going to eventually find out that you've lost out. You might even have to see them be happy in a relationship with someone else and realize your mistake in that way. So this is trying to warn you not to walk away from something that you actually want just because you feel like it's too difficult to find what you are looking for. Hello, SoCal. How are you doing? Hello, B. What's going on? We've got the Magician in the reverse, the Hierophant, and the Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. So just a warning, right? You got to be able to acknowledge that there are some people out there that are working on themselves as diligently as you are. People out there that have good intentions and want to be in a happy and respectful, healthy connection. If you assume that this person is manipulative or not interested in something serious, you might end up missing out on that long-term relationship that you're actually looking for. With the Hierophant, this is somebody who has similar morals or values, or you would feel like there is actually a chance of long-term, but that requires that you get to know them. Or let them get to know you, right? So this is the Romance Angel Oracle. Hello, Christina. How are you doing? Happy holidays to you as well. So what else do we have? And then I think we'll start the personal readings. We've got unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. Pay attention to the red flags and heart-to-heart conversations. So I feel like this is, I mean, some of you might take this quite literally, but I feel like this is what somebody is focused on. I feel like there's no way that you could love me the way that I would love you. I assume that you haven't got that like genuine interest. It's probably just physical attraction or lust. And so I'm paying attention to those red flags, trying to find an excuse or like a justification that my, initial conclusion about you is correct. But you have to have that heart-to-heart conversation to actually figure out who this person is. For some of you, you may be assuming that a person who has good intentions is like guilty by association. Maybe they're related to someone who's known to be non-committal. Maybe they hang out with people who tend to be non-committal. But, sometimes people are, I don't know, a little bit like flying under the radar. So give this person a chance. This says, let your friends help you, ask for and accept support from others, because there's something here where you feel like someone is a problem when they aren't. You might even be deceived by someone who wants you to not take this person seriously because they are interested in that person themselves or they are interested in you. So be cautious. It feels to me like there are friends that are supportive, and there also might be someone who is competing for or with you. Yep. Oh, no. Grind hard. I don't know about that one. How about we can ask about chemistry? Does that work? Because otherwise, I don't know, man. I don't think I should be predicting that. But I'm going to put a little asterisk here that says that there's going to be another question for you. We can talk about, like, how much she wants to, or, like, how attractive she is. You like how I'm doing the upward inflected voice because I'm like, I don't know what to do. All right. We're going to start with those personal questions. We've got Pagan up first. What is it that Pagan needs to know? 2 of Cups. A blossoming friendship or relationship. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. 10 of Wands in the reverse. There could be some outside influences or disturbances, family or work issues, maybe even living situation that could cause a little bit of a block or a disconnect, even separation. But I feel like this is something that is fleeting. So if you are concerned because you're not getting as quick of responses or things seem to be a little bit off, be patient, focus on whatever you need to. But remember that there's sometimes things that we don't know are going on in the background that can make us think that somebody isn't interested, but really they're just dealing with a lot, right? So with the 7 of Wands, I feel like you're going to, at the right time, hear what's really going on. I feel like this is some obligation that your person has that makes it difficult to connect. Hello, Jordan. Thank you for the tip. I'm going to write that down for you. I hope you're having a good day. So be patient and allow for there to be, maybe inconsistencies or different pacing. But I still feel like this is somebody who is thinking about a new adventure or a new chapter with you in it. There's just some things that need to fall into place first. All right. And then with regards to Stephanie, we've got career in 2026. Hello, Dana. Thank you. From Mom and Grandpa Frantisek, please. I got you. And hello, Apurva. How are you doing? Thank you for the tip. Let me know what your question is. All right, so for Stephanie, what is the insight or advice that Stephanie needs regarding 2026? Page of Swords, Temperance, and the Eight of Wands in the reverse. I feel like there's some risk here that you're going to miss a deadline or information that's important to you. It's like coming through as someone who could teach you how to do something the right way in your workplace, but they're withholding this information. Whereas if you go and look for it yourself, it might end up being really useful. So I don't know if you feel like there's someone here who is withholding information that could be helpful, but I do feel like you're able to find it. It's not an easy pursuit or journey, but this person is like withholding something, maybe because they're feeling threatened by you. What else, please? But there's something here that you are seen, like you're respected at something that you do quite well. May be difficult for some others to do, so there could be some envy. We have the Five of Swords in the reverse and the Two of Swords in the reverse. So when you make the decision that you are capable of being resourceful or, you know, finding something on your own, you make it impossible for someone to hold you back or keep you stuck, right? Yes, I agree. So for Apurva, we have, does the person in my mind, are they thinking about you? And, or do I, okay, or if thinking about you, what would be? Are they thinking about you? And if so, what? All right, I've added that. And did I? Yeah, I think I still have what I need. Thank you, Christina. All right, so as far as the career in 2026, Stephanie, I feel like you're going to be able to have a little bit more power or control over things because you realize that there is somebody here who might be blocking you and that you have a way to kind of navigate around that. There may even be someone else who has no technical, like no actual obligation to you, who steps up and wants to provide this insight for you. Because I don't feel like this is just something you Google and then you get the answer to it. You know what I mean? All right. And then for Grind Hard, let's get a different tarot deck, shall we? What do we want? We're going to go for the Bianco Nero. And I'm going to do the one that I added on the side for you first, Grind Hard, so I don't forget it. Our friends and family asking about Grind Hard yesterday or today. Yes, this feels to me like last night. There's some information that was shared about you, but not a lot. We have the Five of Cups in the reverse and the Page of Cups. There's someone who is frustrated to hear that things are doing well or are doing better. Someone who kind of felt like you all were going to have maybe too much of an argument here. And I do feel like this might be the person who's into you. Because I feel like they keep coming through as the Queen of Cups in the reverse. Yeah, this is someone who may be trying to influence Micah to get her to be less likely to like be a fan of yours. But there's also someone here who, I mean, first of all, I don't think Micah's giving a lot of information to this person. But there's also someone here who is asking about how things have gone since an argument, and they're pleased to hear that you've been able to repair things. So you've got people that are on your side, if you will, as well. And then what about that ladybug? Does that mean that, is that like a sign that Micah is true love for Grindhard? Yes. It is a sign that this is someone that you are meant to have in your life. With the Knight of Cups and the Seven of Wands, this is one of those things that for both of you help you to define what you are willing to do and what you want to bring to the table when a healthy, happy relationship is the goal. And why did Grindhard see himself giving, like putting a ring on her finger? We have the Page of Wands and the Four of Wands. Because you both are wondering if that's where this goes. You both are wondering if things are going to progress to that point. So maybe she's thinking about how you would do it, or you're contemplating what she would say, but you're both thinking about that. And is that something that she's happy about? This is the freebie because I'm not doing the other one you did, so forgive me. Is she like daydreaming about it? She's thinking about what she needs to do to be ready for that. So in a way, there's almost like it's a sense of pressure, like, are things gonna go well? Because it's like, I don't want to get excited over something that could go that way and then things don't go well. So a little bit of like, I hope you do things the right way, and I also hope that I can do things the right way. All right, you know we're rooting for you, Grindhard. Let's see what we've got for Nat. This is the Pulp Tarot. What message do we get? Well, you did say Oracle. Maybe I will choose a different one. I'm gonna feel bad if you specified one in particular. I feel like it should be the romantic one. All right, what message do we have for Nat from future love, from the future partner? The Anchor and the Mountain. So this feels to me like kind of like a message of hope. Like, yes, there are some things that take a little bit longer than we want. Maybe it's a little bit of, you know, you get a little exhausted now and then, but there's stability approaching. So I do feel like this is like, don't worry, you don't have much longer to wait. I do feel like March is an important month for you. This could be when you really start to connect or communicate really often with this person. And this is the situations deck. I just want to see if there's anything else to combine with that. I told you I wasn't going to do the dirty one, dude. You asked about the first date. I'm not going to do that one. I got limitations. So I added an extra one for you. That's why I did a freebie. But I also started off with the friends and family one at the start, just to make sure that you saw that one, because I know you asked that after the other ones. All right, so for Nat, we also, as far as this future partner of yours, we have someone who I feel like your connection is going to be very strong. You may have some things in common as far as the type of anxiety or past issues you've faced. But I do feel like in a way you're going to be able to communicate with this person, not necessarily always relying on words, you know, the like stairs across the room kind of thing. So I don't feel like you have long to wait for that connection, but it isn't, you know, in the next couple of weeks either. Let's see what we've got for Suvik. We're going to go with the Cat's Eye Tarot. Let's see. What are Geet's feelings for Suvik, please? What are Geet's feelings for Suvik right now? We have the Tower. There's a sense of things changing, but one thing that doesn't change is there's this question about what you've got going on. This is someone who feels like a lot of time has passed and they have no clue what you are up to, or they feel like maybe there's a chance you've already found someone else. With this Two of Cups, there's still this desire for you. I don't know if they're willing to consider it to be deep feelings or not. They may be a little bit in denial with that. And what about the relationship status between Geet and Kron, please? We have the Two of Wands, thinking about alternative paths, making plans. Is this plans to stay in the relationship or get out of the relationship? Six of Swords in the reverse would say get out of the relationship. Six of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't feel like this is the right person for me. I don't want to give to this person anymore. They have stopped investing in this relationship, or they feel like there needs to be an eventual end to this relationship. And what about Sadarupa's feelings for Suvik at this time, please? We have the Moon. This person feels like you are a little bit difficult to figure out. There's something here about you that kind of stresses this person out. We have the Nine of Swords and the Hierophant. Is this because they desire a relationship? No, this is because they feel like they can't give you what you would be looking for, or they can't be the kind of partner that you need. Maybe there's just like too much that would get in the way. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. There's someone here who would block the relationship, so this person feels like they're not like allowed to get to know you better or to pursue something with you. And then we've got Jordan. Let's get a different tarot deck real quick. This is the Spanish tarot. What do we have for Jordan? What does Jordan need to know, please? What does Jordan need to know? Hello, Ariel. How you doing? We've got Judgment, the Three of Swords in the reverse, and the Magician. So, Jordan, it feels to me like there is a decision that needs to be made, or perhaps you recently literally just made this decision, but I feel like you at this point, or in the very near future, you feel like you know what needs to happen, or you have like the tools at your disposal to resolve a situation. Whether that's, I know I need to go no contact with somebody, or I know I need to apologize. I feel like the plan, or the I don't know, route to success has been identified. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, this feels to me like you've decided to cut somebody out, or that there's nothing else really that you can do. Maybe you feel like you've already done enough, you know, and the rest was on this person. We have the King of Wands in the reverse. I feel like this other person is holding on to resentment, wanting to make it seem like they have, you know, logic on their side, or that they are more mature, but they come out as a Knight of Wands. So this is someone who doesn't really have like the details filled out, or the evidence doesn't really back up their claims. So I don't know if this person really sees what happens, or what happened between the two of you, as what actually happened. It kind of feels to me like there is a little bit of like a distortion here, because they don't want to admit what they did wrong. So hopefully they will at some point. Accountability is important. With the Tower coming through, I do feel like they're going to have this change in perception, but it could be on the heels of you deciding you don't want to deal with this person anymore. You might have been placed in their life specifically to teach them the importance of treating people the way they deserve to be treated, so that you don't lose them. So don't feel bad if you lose this person. It's more so that they have lost you. And I'm sending you a hug. And we've got Dana up next. What should we use for Dana? I think we'll go with the Cats Rule the Earth. Dana would like a message from Mom, and then a message from Grandpa Princess. Hello, James. How are you doing? Hello, Danielle. How's your day going? Where did it go? Oh, yeah. No, it's after Dana. Sorry. It is not done yet. I have two questions for Dana before yours, Apurva. Sorry, I had a little bit of a brain not functioning moment. All right, what is the message for Dana from her mom, please? We have the Three of Wands, the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, and the King of Cups in the reverse. If someone is not doing the things that they are supposed to do by a certain time frame, then this is, I feel like Mom's saying, you don't need to wait around forever. Is this like, well, we'll get a little bit more here. Because the King of Cups is in the reverse. This could be somebody who's trying to make you feel not so great about the situation, or even like make you feel like you have to be the one to make something improved or better, when I feel like the responsibility is really on this person. So we have Wheel of Fortune and the Six of Cups in the reverse. If someone isn't changing or addressing this problem in the time frame that they have to do this change, then I feel like your mom is saying then it's time for you to keep it moving or move forward. And what about from Grandpa Frantisek, please? We have the Devil in the reverse, the Justice card, and the Five of Swords. There's someone who is going to be kind of framed as the problem, and they really aren't. For some reason, I'm thinking of your son. Someone may be trying to make it look like any other person is responsible for a problem or something that's missing, or for saying something. But I feel like this is not going to work on you. I feel like you already have your suspicions that someone's being dishonest here, or that this is something that your son would never do. Possible that we're not really talking about your son here. That's just what I'm kind of picking up on. Six of Pentacles in the reverse, Ten of Pentacles in the reverse. I feel like what really happened is something in-house. So if that means someone who lives there was the one who actually did something, or if someone just lost something, this is like not, it wasn't the person that they were thinking that it was. So if you feel like defending, I understand why, and it feels to me like you would be coming out on the right side if you did. So let's see what we've got for Apurva. We've got, are they thinking about Apurva? Yes, they are. We have the Ace of Swords, King of Cups. We have somebody who's in their feelings, feeling frustrated, feeling sad about you. Five of Swords in the reverse, wondering if there's a way to make things right. And wondering if you would actually like be open to that. We've got Justice, someone who feels like there's been a decision made and they don't really know if there's much that can be done about that. Six of Wands in the reverse, feeling like a failure, feeling like there's no way to make this work out. Seven of Cups in the reverse, Two of Wands, but struggling to feel like any other option or pursuing something romantically with another person is like worth their time. So I kind of feel like this is somebody who is stuck or just kind of like feeling frustrated because they don't know how to move forward, either with or without you. All right, I think I've got to head out, but thank you everyone for the likes and the subscribe.